So how long will this range continue to hold? As you can see, we pretty much have the same picture as yesterday. Although price is a little bit lower, Bitcoin is still stuck within the same range, and this is going to be a mega quick stream. I'm just going to cover the absolute essentials. Bollinger Bands are squeezing in. The Bitcoin volatility divided by the VIX is still contracting down, which points to continued contraction. On the Bollinger Bands, which is one of the tightest that's ever been, when this expands it is going to be a mega move, and you have to get the direction of that move correctly. According to the 3-day chart, the probability is much higher that that expansive move will come to the downside. As you can see, I have moved over the price label that was over here because we have a new 3-day candle close, and this is a 3-day charge, so we squeezing right against the top part of that declining parallel channel, and you have another trend line over here, which is the most conservative line that I can put, which would come in at $20,015 over there. And I just wanted to remind you guys again, as this tweet is by Rick Proof, subtle reminder, you have to survive in order to succeed. You have to survive the chop, you have to survive the boredom of the markets, and do not capitulate. I told you guys that capitulation can take place in 2 forms. By that, capitulation with a strong sell-off to the downside, or capitulation with a tight close range for a long period of time, at which point mock participants become completely bored and you have that whole just staircase sell-off slow and steady to the downside over time. And so far it is looking like that's the route that we currently following. So what you need to focus on is the stock markets, which is the S&P 500 futures. We had that as our primary target level as outlined yesterday. That label is between 3,800 and 3,900, and we'll see. I don't know if price is going to make it today. It looks like it's already starting to turn. Futures is open to the downside today, and I'll keep a close eye on this. If this starts to roll over, then I'm looking for real demand in the main target zone, which is below 10-year. Yields continue to pick up. As you can see, they're holding their diagonal support trend line, and they're coming into resistance in a couple of percent, which is about 6% more to the upside. So hopefully we find some sort of resolution very, very soon. The other thing that I wanted to point out is, according to this tweet over here from Heisenberg, he says the S&P 500 VIX will repeat this for all of my followers, and bear markets have never died ever without a big spike to at least 45 or higher, and many times even higher than that. And he says yes, the VIX was only created in the 90s, but there's data simulating the VIX to the Great Depression of 1929, suggesting so that the VIX high year to date is 38, meaning that we haven't reached those levels. And he has the VIX contracting towards the risk line. I told you any time that you're above 30 is risky for downside momentum in the market. And I have that level marked off at 48 was my zone, and then I have another one marked off between 77 and 85. Wait for spikes into these levels before you start calling any sort of major bottoms in the market. And I know a lot of people think the bottom is in. So going on to some more fun stuff, yesterday I gave a trade on Solana. He has the trade. Put that trade in the Discord group, and I think it's come down to here. We'll take a look at it in live time. Now this is just the screenshot from yesterday's chart, and the Discord link is below in the description. If you just go down to the bottom of here, it says join Discord. All you have to do is click on that. All the instructions are there looking at the Solana trade. Here it is. I'll explain my thinking along that trade. Okay, great. So zoom in. Let me just put that back. There we go. So I reduced the risk. By the way, the stop was over here. So you can, if you did take this trade and you're in the short, you can now move your stop down just above this week over here, and it's just a simple momentum trade, right? Simple train line being rejecting or failing to get back above what was support, flipping it into resistance. So you can see, if you take this over here, rejection over there, and then again rejection over here, failing this support level, which I can probably soon turn into resistance, and yeah, pretty much the rest is history. TP1 pretty much coming up at about 29.42. Final TP would be at the bottom of the range at $28.11. I did close my position for full disclosure again. You can have a look in the Discord. Here's the Discord I wrote here. I'll likely be closing all of my trades before I go to bed and starting fresh each day just for this trading competition that is so good. Night from SAST time zone, and that was it. He has the trade that I gave. If you click on it there you can see the proof of the trade. It is there, and guys, that is it for the Solana trade. I'll update you on any new trades. What would I expect could happen with this trade though is maybe today the momentum oscillators turn back up and you see price come back up like this. I would again hit it again. I'll re-enter into this one and I'll keep doing that. Its lead eventually breaks through and recaptures this, and that would be an opportunity to go along. So that's the trade idea over there. Looking at Bitcoin, you can see that it's got this dash line. Over there is a secondary trend line. The primary trend line is this main one that's tracking down over here. I'm stuck below the liquidity box, which if anyone was going wrong, this was their TP1. I'm going to delete that because I hardly feel that it's relevant anymore and I'd be looking for price. Eventually come down back into the range low, which is over here. And then the question is again, do we bounce over there? You could better stop loss just underneath, so buy that zone with a stop below and just wait for resolution. What is resolution? Resolution is either break down below that range or a break above, and then we get out of this range that we've been in for a long time. So that's it. That's it from me. How long is this video? 6 minutes, 38 seconds. It's like back to the Crypto Shorts channel days, and have a look in the description below if you do want to join the trading competition, or the details are there. Very simple, self-explanatory. You'll need an exchange. Use my link for either Bitgate or Bybit. Feel free to check out anything else that's in the description. Everything there is value for you with sign-up links and rewards for you. Give this video a like. If you enjoy the short content, hit the bell notification and subscribe. I'll see you all on Discord. That's the best place for me to keep you up to date in the slow market if something does happen, and cheers for now, and I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye bye.